Hey everyone, now that you've created an account and registered to be part of one of the brackets, I'm going to give you some sneak peeks as far as what you can see all throughout the application here. First off, on the main page, for those of you that are on Twitter, anything with the hashtag of capture pool out on Twitter will automatically pull through and will be ready to be seen here. So I expect everyone with a Twitter account to kind of help feed into there. I also just have some generic basketball news to check out. As the tournament goes on, this guy is going to have a ton of information, a ton of updates going on, and probably some real useful info. And then lastly, because everyone wants, it's all about me, so got to put my own Twitter feed on there for you guys to enjoy. Anyways, let's get down to business here. If you go into tournaments, you'll be able to click on the current tournament at hand. I have 2012 out there just as an example. If we go and we click into 2012, we can see the list of all the different regions that were out there, as well as the Final Four bracket, and we can see what games were in each round. And as we go down, round 3 is here, the Sweet 16 round, the Elite 8. To try to understand exactly what's going on, if you see an underline, that means that the game is over and this particular team has won. The number in the blue is just the point spread, what that team was favored by. And that's pretty consistent all throughout the application. You'll notice in the Final Four region, there's only those 3 games at the very end. And in this particular case, I don't have this final game marked as completed. So that's why there is no underline. You just have, that's the current score, that's the current score, and that's what the spread was entered in as. So now, how does this look as a bracket for each of you that are signed up as bracket participants? I went over to brackets and I clicked on the one that I had and I just named it the crew for whatever reason. When I click into there, I see some detailed information about this particular bracket. I can see who the members are. I can see how many victories that they've had, meaning how many times they've advanced in the tournament. I can see how many times they've advanced by capturing someone else's team. I can see the total number of teams left and net earnings. If I scroll down, I can see a little bit more detailed information. For example, if we just check out Kyle here, go back to round 2, we can see what 8 teams he all had. And that's the first one here, and then which teams he went up against. So in this case, Kyle's Duke Blue Devils went up against the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And if we hover over, I can actually see who owns that team. And in this case, it was Matt Strokes. And so on. You get a little bit of a round summary right here. In this particular round, Kyle won 4 games for a total of $12 of earnings. A little more above here is summarized at the overall bracket level, how many total wins, how many total earnings, and this particular bracket was a $50 buy-in, so it's $16 net earnings if he won 34. As you move on further into the bracket here, let's take a peek at Michigan State. You see that little C? That means that Michigan State was captured in a previous round. If I want more of the details, I can just hover over it and see that the number 9 seed St. Louis covered the point spread and captured Michigan State to advance. Kind of a neat little tidbit there that you might not have realized otherwise. Also, you can go through each one of the region tabs here, and you can kind of see all the tournament action. The green background means that that team won, so Syracuse won, but then if you look at the name, Kyle's name is crossed out here, but Chad's is not. That means that even though Syracuse won, they didn't cover the spread, which if you do the math, you can realize that. And that means that Chad actually captured Syracuse and went on. So if we take a look at round 3, Syracuse is owned by Chad, and it was captured from the previous round. Now if I jump back into tournaments real quick, and I actually end this tournament for our intensive purposes. This is what we'll see at the very end. We'll see who's the overall winner, what team they ended up with, where they actually started the tournament at, and just some more detailed information about what was earned, how did the victories come about, and we have the same information available down here. Moral of the story, there's a lot of useful ways to find the information you want. I'd recommend just kind of playing around and putzing around. If you have any questions, you all know how to contact me. I urge you to do that. And I just really hope you enjoy the whole experience. Thanks.